how the mighty have fallen. And by the mighty, I mean this franchise. X-Men Dark Phoenix was released in 2019, directed by Simon Kinberg, starring Sophie Turner, James McAvoy, and Michael Fassbender. And yeah, this movie was just a slow, painful death for this franchise. Um, let's review it. Starting off with the good, and okay, there's a few things. First of all, Sophie Turner was pretty good as Jean Grey. I liked her in this movie. I liked her in Apocalypse, so good to see her back. Even though I don't really like how her story ended, but we'll get there. Michael Fassbender is still absolutely fantastic as Magneto. I love this version of Magneto, and Michael Fassbender gives a performance that this movie does not deserve. So yeah, points there. And then you got the final fight sequence on the train in the third act. That was pretty cool. I liked that sequence. That's about all. So let's go ahead on to the bad. And there's a lot of bad in this movie. First of all, I did not like any of the other characters in this movie. James McAvoy is completely out of character as Professor Xavier. He's a cocky dickhead in this movie. Maybe that's more accurate to the comics, but I still don't appreciate how he acted one way in all the other movies, and in this movie he's just completely different. I did not care for the use of Professor Xavier in this movie. I just didn't. And then just about every other character is pointless, underused, or just plain bad here. Cyclops is completely underused. Mystique gets killed off before the halfway point. But then again, Jennifer Lawrence wanted to be done with this franchise for a while, so I see why, but still, it's a dumb choice. Quicksilver is given the shaft in this movie. Just about every character that was good about the past few movies, it's either nothing to do or is shafted before the halfway point. And yeah, it's just not a good movie. I hate the villain in this movie. I don't even remember the character's name, but I did not like the villain here. Completely forgettable. Then again, this came out the same year as Captain Marvel, which had the Skrulls in it, and because of that movie, they had to change from the Skrulls to a different race, which made no sense, but whatever. Outside of the third act, the action sequences are not good at all. And I really hate how this movie wraps up Jean Grey's story. Because it makes no sense with the timeline of the movie. Because Days of Future Past shows Jean Grey alive and well in the future. And then she dies in the 90s in this movie. Even though Days of Future Past ends in the 2020s. That made no sense. Yeah, also this movie was just put out as a funeral for this franchise, honestly, because this came out around the time Disney bought Fox, and they were just trying to rush it out at this point. Just rush it out, bury it, be done with it. It came out probably not even a month after Endgame came out, and just about any comic book movie that released that close to Endgame, it was going to be having a funeral later on. But yeah, I did not like this movie at all. Yeah, this is going to be a short review because I just don't really have much to say about this movie outside of it's bad. So, on from the bad, on to the final thoughts. I do not like Dark Phoenix. I think it is a very slow, agonizing death for the once great X-Men franchise. It's an insult to this franchise as its official conclusion. I don't like it. Dark Phoenix is bad in every sense of the word. I hate it with a passion, and I'm only giving it a 2 out of 10. So that was my thoughts on Dark Phoenix. Have you seen this movie? Let me know down in the comments what you thought about it. If you have seen it, maybe you're the 1% who actually likes this movie. I just don't like it. Either way, as always, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.